Okay, welcome to video 2. At the end of video 1, I forgot to say to save, so make sure you're just saving frequently and then, of course, at the end of each tutorial. So this one we're going to be moving on with the same file using formulas and the AutoSum function. So let's go ahead and click in D3 to get started, and we're creating a new column, Year 1 Sales. So with the year 1 sales, instead of typing in and figuring out on a calculator what this is, what Excel is amazing at is the formulas that you can use. Say I changed one of these numbers with a formula, the result would automatically change as well. So let's go ahead and hit the equal sign. And two ways you can enter things are to click on the actual cells or to type them in. So let's do one of each. To figure out sales, I'm just multiplying my price times my unit. So the first one, whenever I do a formula, you're always staying within the row. You wouldn't do anything else. You're always staying within the row that you're inserting the formula in. So we got equals, we have B4, and you don't necessarily need to capitalize the B, but I just am. So B4, that's already selected. You guys have your mathematical equations on kind of the right side of your keyboard. The asterisk is multiplying, and then we have divide, plus, minus. I have to do Shift 8 to get the asterisk on mine, and then C4. So instead of typing, I'm going to actually just click on C4. So there's my formula. I'm going to hit the green enter, and notice here, this is why it's called the formula bar. My results came, but knowing and remembering that my formula is still up here, if I ever changed anything, it would automatically change the results. Another great thing is I don't have to type this over this many more times on the way down. I am just going to copy the formula down. You can copy any way actually on your sheet. For the most part, I would say we copy down and sometimes to the right. When I say that, I mean you go to the bottom right-hand corner of your cell. Notice the cursor changed, and I call this a thick black crosshair. So once it turns into that, I am going to click and drag down and release, so this drags the formula. When I click, and I just want you to click on the top one again and then arrow down. When you drag fill down, the columns will stay the same. So B and C will not change, but since I'm dragging down, I will go up a row every time. So as I arrow down, notice the numbers in the formula bar change. If I changed a number, it would automatically change in the year 1 sales as well. So that's really nice. Let's go ahead and save our changes and click in the cell C10 for me. Make sure it says C10 up here. So now what we're going to do is use a function. We have 4 common functions really, and I'm going to show you those in just a second. So right here is the sum function button. I think in math it's called like the sigma, but it's the sum function. So if I click the arrow next to it, the 4 that we use very often are sum, average, max, and min. Okay? In this case, I need to be in the cell that I want the actual function or formula in. We don't highlight first and then find it, we just click in the cell. So I would like to figure out the sum of my year 1 units. So 2 ways I can do this. I can click, because it is the sum button, I can actually click right on top of the AutoSum button. Okay? What that does is automatically trace what Excel thinks that you're trying to sum up. If this is correct, which in this case it is correct, it's doing a sum of the range C4 through C9. I can hit the AutoSum button again, and it will enter for me. I can hit the green enter key, and it will, or I can hit my return key. I'm going to go ahead and show you this first time. I'm going to hit the sum button again, and there's my answer. So hopefully everyone got the same answer as me for that. Okay, we'll do it a different way with D10. I could actually drag fill, since it's a formula, I could drag fill to the right, and that would show up as the sum of D4 through D10 since I'm dragging to the right, but we're not going to do that. We'll do it this way again. Since it's auto sum, I could click right on top of the E, but I'll show you the other way. Let's go ahead and click the sum. Make sure Excel isn't always right, but it is this time. Excel's selected D4 through D9. That's correct. Let's go ahead and click the Enter key here. So hopefully you have those two numbers, and let's just show how the formula will change. Click in cell B4. Instead of 15.75, I'm going to change the number, and when I hit enter, these numbers will change as well. So let's type 22.25 for the price and go ahead and hit the enter key, and that number changed. Sorry, the units wouldn't change, but this number, since it's a formula, did change. What it also did is change the grand total at the bottom there. Okay, that is it for video 2. Make sure you quick save